What's going on, guys? It's Blindside from darkdroid.com, and what we're going to be going over today is the Touch Wiz Launcher that comes on the Epic 4G. I guess what we can start off with is the launcher dock down at the bottom. Not too many people care for it because it's kind of bulky, but it's a personal preference thing. Something you have to keep in mind with it is that you cannot change any of the apps that are at the bottom. For some reason they took that out because you can do that on other Galaxy S phones. Another thing that people don't really care for with that is the actual app drawer. It looks like an iPhone with a bunch of random colors behind all the apps. Some of them are orange, purple, turquoise, green, pink. It's kind of all over the place, but it's whatever. It's whatever you like. Honestly, if it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother you. I used it for a day, and at first I didn't like it, and then at the end of the day I'm like, it's no big deal. So that's the app drawer. This right here would be the clock widget that comes with the Touch Wiz Launcher. You know, HTC Sense comes with its own set of widgets, and so does Touch Wiz. So this is the clock. If you tap on the clock itself, it'll bring you up the weather widget, and you can edit, or excuse me, not edit, but you can actually see the 3-day forecast and actually check out the hour-by-hour forecast, and you can go look at the radar from the satellites, and you can look at forecast details. You can also refresh it right there in the bottom corner. It's pretty basic. If you tap on the city, of course it allows you to change the city. So it's pretty basic clock/weather app. This right here is the calendar widget. If you tap on the arrow on the right side, it shows you all the events for the day. If you tap on the plus sign, you get to create an event. And then if you tap on the center of it, it shows you all the events for the day. And it's pretty basic. Now this right here will be the Buddies Now widget. You can simply add them by going to the little plus sign at the beginning of the widget, which is right here. If you have any of your contacts linked to Twitter or Facebook, it'll go ahead and show their latest tweet or status update right here in the corner, and you can reply straight from the widget. You can refresh the widget, everything right there. It's turquoise. Some people don't like the colors, just like the app drawer. It's kind of all over the place with the colors, but it's fine, I guess. Feeds and updates widget. This shows direct feeds from Twitter and Facebook. You can reply and retweet and what have you from right here. You can also update your status or Twitter status right here as well. The next widget would be the program monitor, which is pretty small. Shows what's going on with the actual running programs you got. And the last widget that comes with those is the finance clock. Once again, it's a clock in the middle. You get to select what stocks you want right there, but it takes you to Yahoo, but you get to physically search for whichever stock that you want. The clock, the calendar, and the stock widget all look like a clock. They all look exactly the same for the most part, except for the picture that's in the background of the clock. I personally don't like it. Some people do. Personal preference. Now back to the launcher. It has these desktop indicator dots at the top. On the other Galaxy phones, like when you scroll, then they pop up and then they go away. On the Epic 4G, they're there constantly. They never go away. They kind of take up the space in between whatever you got going on. So let's say if I wanted to add my clock widget that I like to use. I like to use beautiful widgets. Their clock is pretty nice to me. It reminds me of the Sense clock. You can throw a bunch of skins on it and what have you. It's pretty nice. Let's see. Throw on the fading clock widget. Apply. And I'm gonna set that up there. Now, what you'll notice is those desktop dots create a space, so it kind of depreciates the fading value of the clock because it's supposed to fade. It doesn't really look too swell because you got the dots in there and it just takes the whole little chunk out of the clock. So that's something to keep in mind too as well. That's pretty much it for the Touch Wiz Launcher. It's pretty basic. It's meant to be able to dive right in and know what you're doing, I guess. And it comes with a handful of widgets, not too many. Colorful, basic, and very easy to use. And I guess that's pretty much what they were going for. Once again, this is Blindsided from darkdroid.com. Follow us on Twitter, and that is all. Signing out.